begin, and we head to and drops that next phone, the official smartphone here of the PMCO 2019 Global Finals. It's time to head over to Pansy and Sims here for all of the action once again.
And you know what? The action has been incredible thus far, and I can imagine it will only be the same here on the beautiful, icy landscape of Vikendi. 2 more games, and this is one of them, Rich. How badly do these teams want it? They're fighting tooth and nail. There's so few points between them. Anyone could make that move in the top 3 to that first position place.
Bigatron have joined us in the 200-point club. They move up to 211 after that win with 11 kills to boot as well. That's a nice way to start the day if you are looking to win this competition, because the top 5 is looking stacked. It's going to be a hard wall to breach. 279 for XQF, 276 for TES, and then just a mere 5 points of 3rd place for ELG. This is going to be close, and that circle is going to be treacherous for anybody who's not in the north. That is minimal grounds to be playing with, Lauren.
Yeah, this is insane. This circle and playing path. Just talk to me why. Let's break it right down. Why is it going to be so difficult for some of these teams to get all the way back up there?
It's simply because of how little land there is to play with. We know on Vikendi that it comes down to how many compounds you can find. How much land can you hold? Can you watch your backside? Can you take a hill? And when you have this very little land to play with, the entry points become a problem. You're breaching compounds, you're trying to take priority positions. It's mainly looking ahead. It's the next circle and the circle after that. You need to be in a prime position that allows you to rotate across the map, around the map, move to the circles when they appear. And teams are just going to be hunkered down. Teams are going to be going for the cities, the main areas. Kresnik, yes, it's on the southern side of the circle. So is Gorica. But it might go that way. It can pull very easily down to the south. And the issue is, yes, you might be following them, but teams are already going to be laying in wait for you on arrival.
Now, I want to then focus in on our big names right now, the teams within the top 3 for me. So, you are looking at XQuest, Top Esports, and Elite Esports. Currently 1st and 2nd, if I'm not mistaken, are tied on 279 points. That is pretty darn cool. So, they are as close as you can get. Below that is Elite Esports.
It's so tight. Like, we can't describe how small this competition is and how one placement, Lauren, can dictate.
Coming out of Kresnik, but they have all the options here, whereas if you look at Top Esports, for example, they will again be locked into the center, which is good considering the new circle will be looking quite central, but we do see the push, and again, so much punishment on these NA sides. These are the losses we saw earlier on. These are the issues they faced, and every single game, it feels like SSG were losing out on a player here or there.
Early game is certainly something they've been struggling with, because we can see what players can do late game, you know? We've seen it time and time again. They make it to the top 4, top 5. A couple of kills in the bag. If they made it to those scenarios with 3, 4 players up, I can only imagine what damage they could do on the battlefield. Circle just shrinks a little bit, keeps everyone focused in the center. Look at that map. It's just a rainbow of colors, everyone hunkering down the tiniest bit of cover they can find.
This is a compound game. All of these compounds are pretty much taken. So if that circle hard shifts away from the vast majority or right through the middle, so many teams will be put out of place. That's when the massacre will occur. That's when it will begin. For now, everyone's safe enough. This is Vikendi. It's calm, it's cool, it's quiet.
Well, the snow, it's going to be cool.
Exactly.
It's very cold.
Now, Unique, these guys play, you know, a very scary game. Yasha has definitely got the info on RRQ. I definitely think he's seen at least maybe 1 player moving around, maybe 2. Senior there, trying to get a connection. Not going to find too much, though.
The issue is for Yasha, if he overextends a little bit more. I know he's got a teammate with him, but Nova, you crest this hill line, they'll have eyes on you too. Like, this is why everyone's staying down in the compounds. If you step outside,
But if you have Old Boy with you, maybe you're feeling confident.
Well, yeah,
right? This guy's pretty good.
Can go with that one. We'll roll with that.
You know, if you're like, all right, I'm Yasha, I'm having a good time, I'm sweating this out. You know the Old Boy's keeping you safe. This guy has put up numbers for his side.
There's going to be a point as well when you're further down at the bottom of the table. You know you're not going to win this competition. Let's be completely real here. But you do know you can jump up and jump money.
Wait, he just got 2 kills, Rich. We can come back to that in a second because he just got the nade on 1 and then managed to catch off Bandit when he tried to peek out. Old Boy is terrifying to look at. JN hits the deck. He does not want any of this. And look at this guy hunting. He is ferocious in the way he plays. Pushing up with Yasha. They've got support here. Looks for the next play up. He doesn't manage to find the next player, but the confirmation on the kill comes in for Yasha.
They're running.
Getting points, and yes, they are backing out of this. As soon as you see Old Boy, you gotta run. They don't want anything to do with it. Nova are out of there.
The problem is for Nova, they are damaged. Should they run into another team, they'll be turning up to the party half health, and they could just commit to the grave, unfortunately. This is a bad showing from Nova. They've run scared. But we'll go back to what we mentioned for Unique. For them, every single placement they can jump up now is just money in their pockets. They're playing for kills. They're going hunting. They're having fun. If they can collect as much cash as they humanly can from this competition, then why not? They're just going to dive on in, kill teams, pick up frags, pick up points.
Not a bad plan at all. For Nova, they need to reconsider their options here. We did see that earlier engagement. Bandit did just bleed out, so that's another point going towards Unique there. SSG lost out on a very good player very early on, and then he was joined as well. Sixless went down, so Juicy and Sixless out of there, and you kind of want Sixless to be still up. This guy, he will clutch out for you, and again, circles centralizing up. It doesn't hard shift. We're looking closer and closer. Only one team is not currently in the new circle, so very few rotations, very limited movements required, but eventually I know what this game's gonna happen like, and I know you guys at home, you play this game, you watch this game, you love PUBG Mobile. You know when that circle eventually shrinks away and cuts down the middle of it, it is gonna be insanity. When you look and you realize there's so many still alive, you know you're in for trouble.
This whole thing is just teetering on the edge of a knife. How many teams are going to fall on their own sword, though, with a circle just sitting back? Eventually, teams will have to pull up. They will have to just push into a compound, take the vehicles, because they do still have mobility about them. That's the thing, they are keeping them up. Moving into these compounds, you can hide the vehicles' tires and keep them to the later game. But then you get people like Unique. They're now having fun. For them, this is just a slaying fest. Find as many bodies as you can and tag and frag. You see them in the woods.
And they're still getting kills as well. They are just running around the woods. They are the nightmare in the trees, and you do not want to come across them. They are very close by to a couple of other players as well. So ELG here, for example, quite spread apart. They're holding a 1-1-1, all in slightly individual positions, still close enough by, but there's danger. They're quite close towards XQF in the southeast. So they need to be careful to not move too far away, not get isolated, and not get caught up. They are fighting to try and push in towards that top 2 spot.
I'd love to bring the map up if we can at some point to show the viewers at home just how this whole map and situation of the teams is playing out. It's smack bang down the center. From north to south, everyone is just focusing on the central point.
Oh, Coolboy's seen this, hasn't he? He's definitely worked that out the 4 times. Sarah, if he steps up again, Coolboy could thread the needle, look for that kill feed, look for these guys. SZB are moving around. That's Unique. The hunting pack. They are going through the woods, sweeping away. XQF trying to keep good information building. If Sarah peeks up and oversteps, you know Coolboy's going to deliver. Let's see if he gets the shot. Sarah knows there's a chance that people are watching. So playing smart. That's good play from Sarah.
Everybody else just shoulder peeking and a person in the walls and windows. There's no point in revealing yourself just yet. There's 2 sides to that story. 1, you could be sniped and taken down at range. 2, you give away your position. If you're laying in wait for a team to approach your compound with the right moments to strike, you don't want to give up the game. Some teams will, they'll play aggressive and they'll shoot just to ward people off. We don't want to take a fight, we don't want to have any casualties, we want to keep more in the late game, so stay away from us, please. Wave a flag of peace and let them go by. For others, like Unique, for instance, they're now here to have some fun. There's nothing left to lose. Let's go and kill as many people on the battlefield we can.
Now, if you want to talk about how intense this situation is getting, we have one more game after this. This is 15 out of 16. We're almost 18 minutes into the game, and we've only lost 7 players. Every team is playing hyper cautious, hyper careful, hyper smart. They do not want to lose out on players, and now this is where it could start getting deadly.
Coolboy actually got that shot after all that time of waiting in the winds.
Centralize again. This is still building. I don't know what circle is going to happen, but when this goes, it will be non-stop bloodshed.
Oh, this is
so intense.
Yeah.
Everyone's being so careful. Like, maybe in the south, because XQF were a little bit split up with 2-2, you might see them maybe getting a couple of shots, but they could also just rejoin the rest of the team here. So again, ARG, they'll know they're close boy because of the shot coming out from Cat. So again, they'll know there's a team close here, but again, they should be able to be careful. ELG not far away, so you got to keep your eyes on that potential fight happening. That would be towards the top. That would be third against currently first position. So that's why we're looking at this. And now over here, Top Esports, KK Skur, the man who just destroyed RRQ Athena in that 1v4. This guy has been phenomenal. He spurred them forward, and now they're sitting in second place.
And you know what? I think that speaks to a lot of players individually in PUBG Mobile. There is a chance for everyone just to have those moments on, you know, snapshot and go off like that on the main stage. You can't count anybody out. Any given Sunday is a line you like to throw around quite often. Well, it's a Sunday, and we have all these players still alive with only minimal casualties. We're currently just watching a slow burning fuse.
It really is.
Because this next circle, when it goes off, it is going to go with one hell of a bang.
Top Esports are still slap bang center here. We know they play for placement majority rather than kills, so that could be good for them. That could be their style here. They will need kills though. If it does come down to a tie and they're anywhere near XQuest, they would lose out on that, because XQuest, these guys are deadly killers, almost getting close to double the kill points.
There's a real quick update. SZB 6-9. We're looking towards west and east. Those teams, plenty of room, going to be rather quiet. Everybody else, middle. Everyone's just smashing the middle. Circle's about to update. Where we go, what happens to this game, it all comes down to this.
Yeah, zooms for Purple Mood there, catching out a little bit of a glimpse towards Team K, so seeing them pull up, but again, not popping off shots. He's on his own. So he needs to be smart about this player. Right now's the time he wants to strike. He gets a good connection to the stick, and there is the hard shift. This is when it's all gonna go crazy. If you are making a cup of tea or pouring out a drink, no. Now's the time to watch, because we have shifted north. ELG are not in it. RRQ Athena are not in it. XQF are no longer in the circle. Same with Sol, same with Unique. They all have to move forward, and Purple Mood are probably holding the line. Top Esports can shuffle north a little bit, but they will become the gatekeepers here. D2E already moving past. He needs to be careful. This is going to be madness.
Pull up your socks and get ready to run. 10 teams have to make their way inside this circle. Sabava is where we will centralize, just to the right-hand side of the city. We only have one team plumb center. That's going to be Purple Mood, but there is 3 lingering in the distance. SZB, they'll control an entry point over on the western side. They'll take the rocks, they'll take the road. Nobody is getting in there. On the opposing side, I'm seeing Baraka and Senab doing the exact same thing. ARG is coming into them. Everyone's now starting to flood the gates. They have to put the defensive up, because there are so many teams playing border control down in the south. How you approach this one, God only knows. This is going to get messy. Get ready, watch the kill feed, because this is about to go down.
It is indeed. Let's look at those first early engagements. RRQ Athena looking for their best options now. They're still trying to find the right way, and Zuxi has seen it all. He's seen all 3 players, I'm pretty sure. He must have heard the pull-up. The smoke's there, though, and his Zuxi is all on his own. He does not want to make too many moves. He doesn't want to show himself here. He knows he'll get completely slaughtered if he peeks out on this one. XQF have gone up on the western push, looking to try and maybe slot in on the northern side. A good idea here. G9 does manage to work the vehicle up slightly further, slightly closer, trying to move it in towards the right place, maybe provide some cover for themselves, because look who's on the rocks. It's Purple Mood here. They're starting to look down as well. They're starting to consider, is there a team here? Maybe here in that car has set off the alarm bells. Maybe they want to start making that play. Jasper, CZ, Narwin, all considering it. The spray from Narwin going to be looking towards Unique, though. So they might have just missed out on knowing there's a team just below them on the rocks.
Team's still playing a little bit passive. Everyone's still hunkering down. Nobody wants to make the first move because as you engage with a team, you're ringing that dinner bell. You're letting everybody know where you are on the map, and we'll just see teams advance and close in. Because kills mean points. It's as simple as that. ARG, they get the players back up. The grenades, I'm seeing them come across. That's mollies. I'm seeing smokes committed as well. PLM, they have eyes on the prize across the map. That's ELG. And time again, Circle, back-to-back, hard shift.
This is going to be so difficult. All the teams that just made it in. Look at that southern side. Look at it. They all have to go northeast now. There's not enough cover for everyone. We are going to see these teams fall apart. There's still 16 alive, 54 players. But this is not looking good. The smokes are coming out. Everyone's looking for the smallest way forward, the best way they can play it. Purple Mood play gatekeeper. The engagements happen for Moha. That's down towards ARG, the spray. That is also GCB in the kill feed. We're seeing ELG, though, coming into their own. That's on towards RRQ Athena. That's a deadly opponent. You have to be careful if you engage upon them. But they have to get forward. And ELG are looking for their way out of this one. And so many of these kills are coming in fast. Team Queso being engaged upon in the north.
If you've got a favorite team, just keep an eye on the kill feed because we might not catch it. Lash-ins, getting up close and personal. Micro Uzi in hand. Player's body's on the floor. He's in, he's engaging. But the grenade, the response is real. He goes down. Buffler lays the trap.
It's a team grenade.
Oh no!
That's such a devastating loss, a huge blunder. Maybe they can save them after all of this. XQF are getting into a battle, as are ELG. Candies is on the run. He is getting out of there. There's no saving his teammate. That is done for. Now let's catch up on the action as to what's been happening. Look at Unique, look at Purple Mood. They're so close by. RRQ Athena down towards the southeast.
They clearly know where Nagi is. The smokes have been committed, and so the mollies I'm seeing burning on the floor here. Kitsune straight across the map, still for a while. He has been watching, he has been waiting. ELG, they've been lingering in the cliffside, and now they need to move. Once that circle shifts, they'll be forced into the engagement. Smokes are going to go up. They have the vehicles, but it is smoking. It's damage. ELG, that's not a good place to park, my friend. He's going to get fined for that one.
Yeah, he needs to move. Now he's in the open, and that is not good for ELG. They need this victory. They need to keep pushing forward. They're currently in third, and they want to get into a better spot. But them running forward, they've been met by Viper. Coiled and waiting, already going to lose out on one. Narwin's watching as well. Unique standing between them. We are seeing all rejection gaming going down. Senior sprays in. He's got to move back. He has to get out of there. There's so many opponents everywhere now. We are seeing Always getting traded on by Angry, but there comes ELG. Diving in towards Sol. Viper goes down, avenging the fallen teammate as XQF in the north find a fight.
Ernie does hold the circle. RRQ, they're safe for now, but they are waiting because Soul is just on the hillside. They need to be careful. Purple Mood's there. Unique, they've been waiting for a while. Kitsune's been creeping up. While all this has been going down, Lauren, he's been getting up close and personal. He's about to strike. He's just on the opposing side of the rock.
You could surprise all three players. He gets the tag on one, but he takes his time. He goes back for more. The hip fire comes in. He doesn't get it, though. He needs to commit on this one. No, it goes down. The breach continues. Oh, it's too little too late. He falls and he cannot achieve his plan. Now, Top Esports, can they achieve what they set out to do? Can they push to that first position place? Team Unique has gone. They were the monsters in the forest, and they have been hunted down. Fireboy with a nice little pick up there. There's leader for ELG, claiming the points, getting them in the pocket. This is the top three fighting with all of their heart and soul here.
4 teams down in a matter of about 4 seconds. GCB, they'll hold them back for now. 69 knocking at the door. Tops Esports, they've got to go for the rotation, but there are 2 teams in front of them. Rolex, snake in the grass, waiting for anyone who wants to wander by, and that goes for the same for Owais and Ronak. They have a vehicle, so there will be noise given away. Leader at distance, Tal, he goes down. That's the AKM doing the work. Paraboy, grenade from nowhere. George has fallen. Jasper, he finds Broncho. Bezai, he's fallen out in the blue. He's gone.
Elite Gaming are gone.
Oh, that's one of our big top fraggers.
Out of the top 10 now. This opens it up for Top Esports to move ahead. X-Quest to try and confirm what they started. There's White Cat on the engagement. The spray comes in. SSG on the receiving end of all of this. That's going to feel bad for Rolex as he tries to make his impression here. But let's keep eyes on that map. It's going to close. This is the massacre we were talking about. Space Station Gaming have been lost, and now we're seeing TES getting into a fight here. Soul facing off against them. Could this be the downfall of Top Esports here? Trying to pop off a heal. That's brave. And you can see the tags coming in. Maybe someone, maybe a third party could save them. Maybe not. Fireboy is there.
He does the damage, he's pulled up. White Cat, time to strike. Gear steps back, Uzi in hand. One player around the rock, needs for the support. Looks for it, spins, he's hiding, he's doing damage. Ronok, with a minuscule amount of life, goes down. We move straight across because this is all it is. It's madness. Araku Athena is eliminated. That's 4th place gone.
We are losing out on so many teams. Soul has just gone down. We're down to 7 here. Justice trying to fight the good fight for his side, working his way forward. But still, there's so many teams standing their way. The circle, not even, half the teams aren't even in it yet. They're still trying to get forward. Years continuing to fight. 6 kills for Top Esports. We said they had to frag out. And this is their chance at it. The nade was close, but not close enough. But the spray is so good! Again, time and time again. Cometh the hour, cometh Top Esports. Pulling off the 1v4 was just the start. Now they need to keep going.
Nade in the bag, job done. Tombstones in mass. Metek on the side, he goes down. That's some distance. Skur finds him, hits the deck. Knows there's fire from a distance. But have they done enough? We're into us top 5. S&T is gone. See you later, my friends. Thanks for playing. TES. They can get themselves reconciliated. They can get the health back to 100%.
XQF are still in this. The Brazilians have just fallen. The Brazilian killer's not killing much right now. Paraboy did fall in the meantime, but the Molly. Oh no, it's White Cat engaging towards XQF. This is your top 2. Oh, White Cat calls them down, and this is Top Esports looking so deadly.
The third party, the tunnel vision. Everything just went wrong for them, what they've been building from the very start. White Cat in years just read the information well. Yes, they sent one player down low to try and find the information of where the rest of Purple Mood was. But then Top, they just stood up, says, thank you very much, we'll take the frags, not a problem.
Remember, they have 4 players standing currently. No one else left alive has that. Thank you, there's the team players alive. You have Game Club Busan with just 1, Top Esports with 4, Purple Mood with 3, and Team Queso with 2. That is it right now. These 4 teams are battling with everything that they have. 6 kills for that man on your screen just then. And this is looking like they want some more. That's Marco for Team Queso, trying to play it calm and collected, but that ain't easy. Welcome to the top 3.
12 frags in this game alone. 4 players standing, but we have seen miracles happen during this competition. We've seen 4 versus 2 go the way of the limited amount of players. Hell, we've even seen a 1 versus 4 on day number 1. White Cat listening, feeding this information back to the rest of his team. He knows there are snakes in the grass. Jasper has to be careful. Circle and Blue will push them. They'll have to advance this one.
Oh my God.
Axial, he sees
what a
him.
position.
He sees them all.
He could be the complete dismantle of this side. Wait, he fell back. Oh no, what a mistake. What a mistake. There's Purple Mood. Punish him instantly. That was a big play that could have happened. But now Purple Mood, everything's known. The Molotovs rain in. White Cat is setting the map on fire right now. Still 3 teams though. Years looks over. They cannot overcommit. You don't want to make mistakes. You have to play this right. Marco, look at him. He's still alive as well. They're all focused on each other. There
angle.
He's found Jasper. Where's the next follow-up? And there's the follow-up. Yes, again and again. 3 kills for this man. 5 overall. And surely this is their game. This is their flag. Inserted into this map. Vikendi is all theirs. Fireboy to close it. And what a game from Top Esports.
Line them up and knock them down. 30 points for the win. 16 points on kills alone. That